Yeah, it's J-Town, aka I Make a Track Go Bang, and this is my interview with LifeStylzGH.com. Let's get it.
Yeah, listen, no Freddy, baby, I'm having nightmares, but I don't think none of y'all really care. Oh, they really.
J-Town is a hip-hop artist, or I could say more of a musician. I dab into different genres of music to create one sound, basically. I'm a big fan of classical, jazz, blues, opera, hip-hop, R&B, old school Motown R&B. I even mess around with country a little bit. And he's just a focused individual who loves to connect to his fans, basically. And hopes that his music helps my fans understand certain situations through my music, basically. So, and no, J-Town is a musician.
Got me feeling like I'm Hillary. Now they see.
Ooh, how did I get into rapping? I remember listening to the Fat Boys, and I remember they had like great rhymes, like rhyme schemes, and they had the human beatbox as well, which added style to their flow, and like it just caught me off guard. I was like, damn, that's what's up. And Big Daddy Kane as well was just straight hip hop, raw, straight to the street, and that was cool as well. And then, but what did it for me was listening to Ricky D. That's what he went by back then, Slick Rick, where he could tell so many stories and put it in the art form, which is hip hop rap, and it was special. So those three cats really like caught me like off guard with the whole rap thing. So after I heard that, I started freestyling, and I just took interest to it. So that's how I got like into rap. So I could definitely say Fat Boys, Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, Curtis Blow, because he was the first black artist signed to a major label. So you know he was putting in work. So those are the people that really inspired me to get into rap. So yeah.
Guns&Roses.
I call myself J-Town because I was lucky enough to be born into a royal family. Great grandfather was a king, King Kentucky Terrier, and you know that fit my persona. King of the game, basically. Royal blood, Jamestown, representing my people as well. Like you know where I'm from, and you know I wanted a name that meant something to me. So where I come from is a special place to me, and being from a royal family as well, that's what my great grandfather represented. So it made sense to me to call myself J-Town, which is Jamestown. So there you go. That's a really good question. The first song I ever wrote and performed, I honestly don't know. Like seriously, first song that I wrote that I actually performed, I really don't know, because I wrote a lot of songs, and like, I remember my first performance, and it wasn't a solo performance, so I can't really pick the first song that I wrote that I actually performed. But the first song I ever wrote was a story about like my closest friend back when I used to kick in like Virginia. Yeah, that's the first song that I wrote. It was called Hoodfellas, actually. So around that time, like I was watching Goodfellas, so I named it Hoodfellas. So that's like the first song that I ever wrote on paper, because I used to freestyle most of the time. So yeah, so Hoodfellas was definitely the first song I ever wrote. But I don't remember the first song I ever performed, really. I basically plan out my day like the night before. So it usually starts off waking up, say my prayers, probably most definitely head to the studio, get some mixing done or, you know, record a new joint. Then I hook up with fellas, you know, like just getting in, sitting with like my true friends, you know what I mean? And then special moments, spending time with my baby, my daughter, Jade, and then come back home. Or yeah, that's basically my day. It's all music. Straight to the studio, back, time with the family, and come back home, do it all over again. Get home, work on production, write new music, get on the internet, see what's going on. You know what I mean? Twitter. See what new music is coming out, seeing what people are putting out. You know, just checking out the scene. So my whole day is basically musically oriented. Honestly, I listen to a lot of old music, a lot of old Motown tracks, a lot of old school cats. Reason being, like when these guys were singing, like you knew they meant what they were saying. So like the feeling, the emotions that you catch from them songs, like it felt real. So I definitely get inspired by Marvin Gaye, Al Green. And till this day, one of my favorite songs is Let's Stay Together, because there's so much feeling in that song. And Lenny Williams, who Kanye West sampled for Overnight Celebrity with Because I Love You. That song was like, that's, as Steve Harvey said on The Kings of Comedy, that's one of the best love songs ever written. And I just, like, you know, these are people that when you listen to, you get goosebumps, and you can relate to what they're saying, and you know what they're saying is for real. So definitely old school R&B cats are my inspirations, and like hearing a great melody from a production, from a beat, you know, different sounds being put together, well constructed to form one good sound. That's my inspiration, hearing a great verse on a great beat that inspires me in like my everyday situations. That also inspires me, you know what I mean? That can make you write the best music ever. And you know, those are my inspirations, the things that happen around me. Great music, great verses, great melodies, great sound. That's my inspiration. That's what inspired me. Yeah. Music is everything. It's worth everything. That's what makes me happy. That's what helps me zone out from all the bullshit that goes on in my life sometimes. Like without music, I wouldn't be me. It's a gift that God gave to me. So if I didn't have it, it'll be a great loss. Cause like being able to hit the studio, get on the ones and twos, and produce beautiful music is priceless. So music is worth a lot to me. It's worth everything. They be calling me sire, not letting go of the ground. You can holler at me. Profanity. I mean, there's certain situations that you just feel like at that moment, that's what you want to say. Like, shit. F you. Like, it's a form of expression, I feel. And certain people feel the way about it that shouldn't be music or whatnot, but I guess that's why the explicit content label is on the front of the CD, so you shouldn't, like, just let you know that what you're about to listen to has stuff like that. So, I mean, freedom of speech, that's what I believe. If that's what you feel like saying, that's what you feel like saying. That's how best you feel you can express yourself, and go ahead. But I do use it sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Just depends on how I feel. So, yeah, I don't think it plays a very important part of music. Like, I know a lot of cats that record songs that has no profanity whatsoever and still make great music. So it's not an important part of music.
I be locking it down. They be calling me sire, now letting go of the crown. You can holler at me.
I play the piano. Started teaching myself when I started producing, basically. So, and I'm still learning, trying to get better at it. And I would love to learn how to play the drums like really well. And another instrument that I love, like when I'm watching people play, it's amazing. It's the violin. That's something I would love to learn how to play as well. And, you know what I mean? I would love to be like Prince, who can play a whole lot of instruments, and like Ryan Leslie. That's, you know what I mean? Playing the organ, the drums, trumpet. There's a few instruments I'd love to learn how to play. Yeah.